Every morning, you wake up to the same headlines, the same stories, the same version of the truth. But what if there's more they're not telling you? This is The Suppressed Signal, where we explore the stories behind the story and the questions no one wants asked. This program discusses speculative topics, alternative theories, and unverified claims. It is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion and critical thinking are strongly encouraged. And remember, the truth is out there.
Oh, it's out there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, good morning, guys.
Hey, guys.
It is that time of week again where we sit down with the Kendrick boys.
That's right.
Those two Kendrick boys.
Good morning,
Kendrick
fellas.
boys.
Good morning.
Kenny, how you doing today?
Oh, man, I'm great.
Now, you told me when you came in here that you'd let me borrow your thinking cap, but I don't need it. I've already been wearing my thinking cap. You've got me fully converted. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm buying what you're selling.
Nice. There you go.
All right. I mean, you've opened my eyes, Kenny, and now I see conspiracies everywhere.
Hey, that's how it happens.
Hey, man.
Once you connect two dots,
That's right.
the dots start showing up a whole lot more frequently.
But I'm still stuck on the Nephilims and the underground people at South Pole.
Hey, we'll talk
You know,
about that some more.
every time I hear a story like they had to evacuate one little camp recently down there.
Yeah.
They had to evacuate some. And
So
I'm thinking,
you're talking about the elves and the fairies and the leprechauns and
No, I'm talking about I'm
All of
talking
the-
about the people that live inside the earth.
the mountain people.
No.
Yeah,
No.
the ones that you never seen the pictures of
See, that
mountains that
confuses me.
look like somebody laying down. You had never seen that.
Well, now, I did hear that Mount Rushmore, the Indians called it.
It was
Six
on
Grandfathers.
Moana.
They did, yes.
It was on Moana.
Yep, Moana, yes.
Oh,
that-
stop
That's
that.
what he
Now
said.
you're making fun.
Hollywood shows you
Now
what
you're
they're
making
doing.
fun. Now you're making fun. But anyway.
No. It's but that's one of the theories about where the giants went.
Oh, yeah. But no, I mean, you've opened my eyes. Well, you made me think. I wouldn't say open my eyes. But
I could tell you this. We had the part one last week. This week, a lot has happened.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
A lot has happened, and we got to talk about it.
Yes, and we'll get right to it. So last week we left off. We talked about Dr. Fauci's past.
Yes,
Very, very checkered, I would call it.
right. Checkered is a mile.
Checkered is a
Yeah, it was a mile around. So why don't we go review that really quick? It's, some of the things that Dr. Fauci's been part of in the past, besides horrific.
So
animal
kind of
experiments.
recap last week, Drew. We talked about who Dr. Fauci was, what he was a part of, and what he's being accused of.
Well, he's being accused of knowing more than what he was saying about the pandemic
And misleading.
and misleading the United States, the American people.
Using NIH money to fund Wuhan's
Now, where's
experiment.
NIH?
It's what does the NIH stand for? It's
Institute of Health.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to make sure that we explain. And during this congressional hearing, which is still going on, right? Or
yes,
it's
yes.
still going on. And
And correction, I got the name wrong. Rand Paul.
yeah, Rand Paul.
Rand
yeah.
Paul, yes.
But so they're right now trying to get some information out of Dr. Fauci. Okay. Now he is a real doctor, correct? He went to medical school.
Oh, absolutely. He's a real doctor.
He's certified.
And he's pleading the fifth. Now, if he got a pardon, because he got a pardon from Joe Biden.
But
Now, why did he get a
Allegedly.
pardon? Why did he get a pardon?
Well, first off, before the pardon, Mark told me something yesterday about this pardon with Dr. Fauci. You cannot be pardoned if you're pleading the fifth. Am I correct?
Well, you can't plead the fifth if you have been pardoned for what you are testifying about.
So, wouldn't you think lawyers would have told him about that before he stepped into that
You would
hearing?
think. That's
Is it-
you would think.
And they know that.
And here's the thing: pardon or no,
Right.
Why would you, if what you told the public was what was right and good at the time, why would you refuse to answer questions about what you told the public?
There's something he doesn't want to talk about.
Especially if you had a pardon. It's illegal to stonewall Congress, in particular, if you have received a pardon. And the only reason that you can plead the Fifth is because what you say may
Be held against.
incriminate you. So he knows if he answers those questions, it will incriminate him. That's the only reason he would plead the Fifth.
And that violates his.
So the question is, did he know that when he
That's the thing.
made his?
That's my question. I mean,
And I
that's
say yes, he did.
well, pleading the Fifth. That's a pretty heavy, emotion to state and move forward because.
117 times was it?
111, I think.
Well, I mean, Trump did too. When with the whole New York thing, I think he did,
Yes,
didn't
he
he, or
did.
something?
He
But this is—I know this totally, completely different. But it blew my mind because Mark said if you have been pardoned over an incident, you cannot go in after the fact and plead the Fifth.
Right, because
That's a law.
nothing you say.
It's a Supreme Court statute that's over 150 years old.
Yeah.
And how many times did he plead the Fifth?
111, I know for sure.
Something's going on. He knows something.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, and I'm still stuck on the stonewalling Congress is a crime. What? As much as they stonewall us?
Well, it
Get
is
outta here.
what it
Anyway,
is, you know.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Those who make the rules also
Yeah.
enforce them. So,
But what is Dr. Fauci protecting? Why? I mean, who else?
who is Dr. Fauci?
Yes, that's the big question.
So, Mark, what do you got going on there, man? I see that.
It's just.
You always got some goodies coming in here. I love these goodies.
Look like he's got one of your ads there. Looks like Lily Realty up to something.
So,
real good.
did you have anything on the AIDS
Yes.
experiments that he did?
Well, here's the thing. It says, remember that one time in the 80s and 90s when people died from the AIDS treatment, AZT, and not from the actual AIDS virus. Remember that one doctor that promoted the treatment, and that was Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci.
He promoted AZT, promoted it.
That's not like that's not a vaccine towards the AIDS virus. That is the actual virus.
The AZT was the treatment.
The treatment for the virus.
Right, and it was killing people.
But Dr. Fauci said it was good to go.
Right. But I mean, like, I'm just,
He's the one that
example, Magic Johnson. Take, for instance, he's got, what does he have? AIDS or is that? He's had AIDS for like 40 years, I think, or something like
He's
that,
a
right?
carrier.
He's a carrier, yeah.
yeah.
So, but, so basically, Anthony Fauci funded the COVID virus. And you're saying that the COVID virus was what came from the clinics in
So
China.
government money was directed to research in Wuhan, China, to the biological labs over there that they were doing experiments with. They were doing gain-of-function experiments, which, according to international treaty, is illegal because that is the only purpose for that is to create biological weapons.
Right.
Why would you take a virus, which the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus was
The flu.
more or less the flu, and take that from something that couldn't even, according to the doctors at the lab, couldn't jump from the animal host to human.
Right.
Because it was too weak. It would perish before it could take hold in a human host.
So that's what they were doing.
So they took that virus and altered it so that it could infect a human. Why would you do that? Why would you take a virus that is non-life-threatening to human beings?
But go a little deeper.
And enhance it to where it is. Why would you do that if we're trying to eradicate all the...
So go a
diseases that do that.
little deeper than that, Kenny. Wuhan, China. Well, I mean, it's got to derive from somewhere. Who's in that black market over there that's working all of that?
My question is, why are we funding research at a lab in China that is our enemy?
And what are they doing? Doing something like that with the virus to see if it would harm people?
Maybe it's because they moved that operation to China because people were starting to ask questions in the United States.
Could be
Because
that was kind of where my thought train was going. It was developed here. It was moved to Wuhan,
right next to a wet market, by the way,
and an airport.
Yeah,
and it was leaked to test it.
I'm listening. All right, so
and then it comes back over here, and what happens?
Who does that beside a wet market? Who does that beside
it was convenient.
an airport?
It was convenient.
Right, now,
in and out.
It was convenient for the narrative for where it came from. It came from the wet market.
Right.
We didn't do anything wrong. It came from the wet market.
Right.
And it's right next to an airport, obviously, because people would get on an airplane and go to other parts of the world.
So I think there was a twofold approach to this. This is just me.
That's called planning.
That's basically a carrying airport, basically.
If you want to call me a nut, call me one. I'm fine. But the reason for development was twofold. Number one was to get people sick and have the vaccine ready to make money on.
Which some of the vaccines were dated. The dated manufacture was 2018, 2019.
So they had this ready. They
had
ready
the
to go.
vaccine ready.
This was prepared.
Was ready to go.
Right.
It was prepared. And to shut the country down for the mail-in ballots.
And to crash the economy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's number one? Who's behind it? What's the purpose?
People who want to take over the United States and make it a communist country, in my opinion.
What's your read? What do you think, Drew?
Okay, hold up. First off, I want to explain to everybody, because I've been asked this question a lot. The wet market, all that is just, they call it a wet market, but it's an open air market, just like you see on all the shows, travel shows, where they do sell raw meat. They sell, ducks hanging down, freshly butchered. And there's a lot of people that go in and out of there. Plus, they could blame it on, because I remember when they first said it came from monkey meat that was sold in the market.
So they're basically almost...
But it is a transit hub, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of people come and go. And if you want to spread it to across the land, that in the airport, because it popped up here in the United States first in the Northeast.
So basically a lot of traffic.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah, high traffic area. That's where you want to release it.
Right. And your people are the carriers. They are the distribution.
Yes.
I forget what they call
That's
that,
it.
but and that's why they do. And it's easy to pin it on. It was a monkey meat.
Yeah.
Is it population control? I mean, what are they doing? I mean,
Well, said, they wanted to. It makes sense now, and this is just me. Now, I'm not convinced on this. Okay,
I got what you said.
But I am putting these pieces together for the folks out there that are listening, that are like me, that are wondering.
You're wondering, yeah.
First off, like Kenny said, it was an open air market. A lot of people go through there, plus the airport, like you stated.
I could see
people
that.
Can fly out because
And fly in.
right? And why would they want to do it? Well, like Kenny just said, the election was coming up. Donald Trump and his followers and the Tea Party were really gaining traction. So you mess up the election. Now, I don't get what breaking the economy would do other than if you were Zoom and all that places.
That's your theory. It's because of political purposes.
Yes, and it shut down the country, and it pretty much.
Do you agree with that, Mark? I mean, Mark, do you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. Even going a step further is you're talking about population control, because the vaccine was worse than the COVID ever was, or the flu
The
ever
vaccine actually causes COVID.
Well, it's like the flu shot. You put the flu in you to prevent the flu.
Yeah, but it's different now. The mRNA flu shots now will act exactly like COVID, but the COVID vaccine. But
so then they say they don't have a cure or they don't have an antibiotic. So they went through the whole process of trying to find and it was real weird because they found one in like, what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So how did that happen?
There's a doctor. There was a doctor in, from Africa. I forget her name. She actually cured 350 patients using ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. And she went on social media and was saying, hey, you can treat it with this.
I remember
I've treated these people. She was trained in I think it was Nigeria.
No,
she
right.
actually went to medical school in Africa where ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine are regularly used.
What? You mean American medical technology and science and education is not the top of the world?
Well,
depends on what you're doing.
It depends on what they're trying to do and what they want to do as to where it ranks.
That's a good. That was a good statement.
One of these days we're going to have to talk about the hypocrisy of the American medical system.
Yeah. So she goes on social media and says, "Hey, I've successfully treated these people, and many of those people were high risk individuals, diabetics, people with heart conditions, people on dialysis, that kind of thing.
That's important,
right?" So these, and she did not lose a single one, not one.
So non-Western medicine cured him?
Yes.
No way.
Well, so what happens? Dr. Fauci had her Twitter account shut down. I think it was Twitter that was shut down. Shut it down. Censored her. And what's interesting is,
she's still alive
at the time.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Dr. Fauci's daughter was an executive at Twitter. And Dr. Fauci's wife, whose name is not, her last name is not Fauci.
Her name is Christine Grady. She is the head of the NIH, National Institute of Health.
How ironic is that?
Bioethics. Listen. The bioethics is the company that approves drugs for the FDA. And her husband is Anthony Fauci.
I mean, that's not a coincidence.
That's all coincidence, though.
That's not coincidence. No, it can't
really,
be
I
coincidence.
think it is.
I mean, how?
That is dripping with sarcasm, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I tell you.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, before we go to break, we're going to leave this thought in everybody's head.
Okay.
If all of this stuff is true, what Kenny and Mark have been saying, then it would make perfect sense for Dr. Fauci to plead the fifth.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. No.
Bingo.
And what is he hiding? Who is he protecting?
Well,
how far does this go? Now, I would not put this past our government to do this to us.
Oh, no. Let me tell you, yeah.
Population control, skewing the election, ruining the economy.
Oh, I'll explain why that needs to happen.
But that benefits other people, too. It benefits other people. Yeah.
You'll understand.
You know what I'd like to do, Mark, one day? I'd like to go back and watch the first episode and then this episode on only him and kind of just...
Yes.
You know what I mean? I like to put that together.
Well, like a little... we landed on the moon.
Well, I do, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you won't when it's all over.
Yeah. No, we landed on the moon, and I think the Earth is round.
But I'll tell you,
listen, if you look, and I'm a student of history.
That's right.
And if you look back on this country's history, we've done some pretty
messed up things, man.
That's just what we found out.
Genocide is not something the U.S. government will do.
Well, they
need to ask the Native Americans.
That's right.
Or some of the people in the South Pacific Islands who we just totally kicked off, then blew them up.
Right. Blew the island up.
Yeah. We got to go to a break. Bye.
Austin's Furniture has been in business since 1978, providing beautiful furniture at great prices and easy, simple financing. Our showroom is filled with reclining sectionals and living rooms, day beds, big screen TVs up to 60 inches, dinettes, and a full selection of Frigidaire and hot point appliances. Our selection is the best it's been. Now to the great part. We want your business any way we can. We're especially pricing our store with great prices on everything. Pay cash and we'll slice it even lower. We also provide our own in-store personal financing with 90 days, no interest, or 18 months at just 10% and free in-town deliveries. Come see for yourself at Austin's Furniture, Brownsville's favorite furniture store.
Here's a thought. Do you have enough life insurance to protect your family from financial hardships in case of your untimely death? Lee Berry State Farm Insurance is committed to not only meeting customers' needs, but exceeding them. Lee Berry knows there's not just one policy that is right for everyone, so he will advise you on the right plan that is right for you and your family. Hi, I'm Abby Berry. Come see my dad, Lee Berry, for all your insurance needs. Just like he takes great care of me, he'll take great care of you. Stop by his office on 1014 East Main or call 772-6600.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When it comes to gardening projects, you need to visit Bell's Hardware. They have all the tools that make it easy, like seeders, sprayers, fertilizers, plant food, potting soil, Roundup, plus stone fountains to customize your landscaping. They've got trellises, gazebos, planter boxes. Why, the list is endless. And once all the landscaping is taken care of and your lawn is green to perfection, go to the patio area. Bell's Hardware has furniture that will work with all budgets. And they've got grills, from portables to the largest infrared with side burners. Just take the 10-minute drive to Bell's to see for yourself what all they do have to offer. They're on Main Street or call 663-2367. School days bring congestion, and Dr. Robert Rooks reminds you that school buses are picking up their passengers, kids are on their bikes, hurrying to get to school on time, and anxious parents are trying to drop their kids off before work. It's never more important for drivers to slow down and pay attention than when kids are present, especially before and after school. So let's keep the kids safe. This message from DBS Robert Rooks.
Always speak kind words. What you say and how you treat people matters. Your words can be the difference in saving someone's life. Let's keep hope alive. Always be kind.
This message provided by the Bradley Jones Foundation.
This program discusses speculative topics, alternative theories, and unverified claims. It is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion and critical thinking are strongly encouraged.
You know, that's another name that we haven't even touched on, and maybe you guys know a little bit more about it. Bill Gates. Bill Gates.
He's not a mad scientist because he's not trained in that. He just knows how to steal ideas and make a lot of money off of them. But
Kind of sounds like Edison, Thomas Edison.
Yeah. I think they're related.
Sounds like another guy.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates is he's a very well known advocate of eugenics.
Now explain what eugenics is.
Eugenics is simply the reduction in the Earth's population, in particular in undesirable groups of people.
Right.
Eugenics. And his father was a
proponent of that.
A big component of that.
He was a big advocate of
So here comes a guy with a bunch of money, knows some people, comes in. His dad,
he funded a lot of the research.
That's where the money came from, right? That's kind of where Bill Gates has kind of came in on all this. It's like, where did the money come from? Well, follow the money trail, as Mark said.
It actually came from above him, but
and he obviously had a lot of stock in Pfizer and Moderna, probably both of them.
Oh my! How much money would you think that they made on that shot, Greg? Moderna,
Moderna was the vaccine I got, and it was the vaccine because I got mine through the health department.
I did too.
Which is a government agency.
Yeah.
And Moderna was the one.
That's what,
Yep. And Moderna made money. Pfizer made money.
Oh, gosh.
All their shareholders
Johnson & Johnson made
all their
tons of
shareholders
money.
made money.
Yeah.
So, and then you have the hospitals
that made the money
that
off
were
the
making
grants.
money just by saying he died from COVID.
Government was paying hospitals money to treat COVID
to fix
patients.
the
That's a
numbers.
fact. That's a true fact.
Basically, to fix the numbers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all it was.
And
If you had
incentivized,
if you passed away and you were in the hospital
Right.
during the COVID pandemic,
pandemic.
then you were considered, even if you died of a heart attack,
Right.
or you rolled in there a victim of an auto crash. If you died in a hospital during COVID
This is
restrictions, You died of COVID.
If you
Right.
and if you
And if you died of COVID and you had COVID, there was a program within the.
you didn't even have to die from COVID if it was a contributing factor to your death. In other words, if you had COVID when you died,
Yeah.
they tested you and you had it when you died, you could get up to $9,000 from the government.
And the hospitals, we all know, want to make money.
Wow, man.
And that's not the hospital. That's the family of the
family
individual.
beneficiary. The hospital's made like $20,000.
Makes me want to go to Montana and build me a cabin or something.
Wait. You mean if my family member would have passed away, I'd have got $9,000?
You could have if you filled the paperwork out. Yeah.
Don't get no ideas, buddy.
Okay, well, how did it affect big business?
There's another layer to this,
Right.
and it's part of the money making for the pharmaceutical companies, and it goes back to Dr. Fauci, and it's the treatment for COVID once you got to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Explain that.
Remdesivir. It was the only approved treatment. Fauci said this is the only approved treatment. And it was it was already known to cause kidney failure in people who.
Dr. Brian Artis is a big guy, and he went over this because I think his father-in-law, and they were going to give him, he was in the hospital, and they were going to give him remdesivir, and he told his wife, he said, whatever you do not let them give him that. They actually stopped it and started sneaking ivermectin in, and he got better.
Makes me want to go get dialysis and get this out of me or something.
Here's what he said. He said, remdesivir has been proven to cause kidney failure, which leads to pulmonary edema. Officials are calling this secondary pneumonia from COVID. And Dr. Artis says, no, it wasn't. They are shutting down everybody's kidneys with remdesivir, causing their lungs to fill with fluid,
Pulmonary edema.
and they are drowning them to death. That's what remdesivir does.
I hope we don't have no black trucks outside this building when we
Hey, man.
when we walk out of here.
We got to take a break because there's something I want to tell you guys when we go off the air. Or not when we go off the air, but when we go to commercial break.
Okay.
And we might share it when we get back.
All right.
Go ahead.
School's back in session, and Sheriff Billy Garrett Jr. and the Haywood County Sheriff's Department reminds parents, if your child is riding a bike to school this year, make sure they always wear a helmet. Helmets reduce head injury by 85%. Failure to wear one could result in a traffic citation. Sheriff Billy Garrett says, let's keep our kids safe.
When it seems like everything is going wrong, Lee Berry State Farm is always there for you. And when everything is going right in life, Lee Berry State Farm is right beside you too. I'm Abby Berry, and my dad will guide you every step of the way for all your insurance needs. He knows you work really hard for the things you have, and he will work hard to help you protect them. Whether it is auto, home, personal, or life insurance, I recommend my dad, Lee Berry, at Lee Berry State Farm. Stop by his office at 1014 East Main or call 772-6600.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's Mickey Utley with Lily Realty. I've spent years on the road playing music. And let me tell you, the further you travel, the more you appreciate home. I know what it feels like to be homesick. That's why helping folks find their perfect place, a place that feels right, means everything to me now. You can call me today at 731-432-2295, or you can call the office number at 731-300-4407. Lily Realty. Let's find the place that brings you home.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride.
Parents, Brownsville Energy Authority takes safety seriously. Safety first, school second. When considering your child's back-to-school supplies, to prevent injuries, backpacks should have wide straps on their back and should not weigh more than 10 to 15% of child's body weight when loaded. This back-to-school safety message is brought to you by your Brownsville Energy Authority, here to serve all your needs.
This is Austin Parker with the United Co-op. With the fall hunting season fast approaching, it's the perfect time to stop in and check out our growing selection of gear and supplies. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you're always ready for the road. Stop by and see the friendly folks at 1295 Boyd Avenue in Brownsville. Find them on Facebook or call 731-772-9432.
This program discusses speculative topics, alternative theories, and unverified claims. It is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion and critical thinking are strongly encouraged.
But okay, now when we went to the commercial break, I had told Mark and Kenny and Mickey that during COVID, after I got my second COVID vaccine, I developed kidney problems, and they couldn't figure out why. And then they said, you are a long haul patient, meaning it was a result.
Long COVID, yeah.
It was a result of the COVID, not the COVID vaccine, but the COVID virus.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And that is why I was having these kidney problems. And it went on for almost a year.
Did you have the symptoms of the disease before you got the vaccine?
No.
Oh, you did?
No. And I never did. Now, I did. Wait a minute. Now,
wait a minute. I thought the vaccine was supposed to keep you from getting it.
Okay, I did get COVID twice. Okay,
yeah.
And I was tested. Once it just affected my stomach. I didn't feel no sickness other than just an upset stomach. And the second time I was really sick. It was like the worst flu I ever had. But
the worst flu.
They said, yeah, it was the worst. They said that I was a long haul patient, and after about a year, it cleared up. But I never did get the third vaccine, and that's when it cleared up.
Oh,
well, and then when you mentioned
the plot thickens.
Then when you mentioned, the side effects, that's when it dawned on me right here, and that's why we went to commercial break, because I wanted to flesh this out before I said it on the air.
Yeah.
And like I told you to both Kenny and Mark, you guys are starting to scare me, not because I'm thinking like you, but I'm starting to think you guys are right, and that scares me.
Yeah.
But there is something to this. These two aren't crackpots that just made this up in the middle of the night.
Way to just get them out of the field. These guys know a little something.
You can't take one thing and look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's nothing.
And most people do that, though.
You take that thing and then something else and look at
both,
whether they're related. And you're going to find something.
And I bought into the
And when you do, then you're going to see something else, and you're going to connect that dot.
Right.
And the dots just keep coming.
Right. And I bought into that fear. And so I know what you were saying. You said you don't want to scare the population. Fear drives it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fear is a motivator.
So what did I do? What did I do when I got, as soon as I heard something, it was in March, it was like a couple weeks after it started, and all of a sudden they started talking about how there's going to be a shortage of food because the food distribution places were shut down. Every time a driver tested positive, they'd have to shut the whole facility.
That's just and they
were saying, and they were saying, Walmart's running out of food. So I
toilet paper
panicked. Yes, toilet paper, and I panicked. I panicked and went out to Walmart and was part of the horde that was out there.
You were one of them.
And I bought 30 pounds of frozen chicken breast.
You're that guy.
I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Well, it goes back to what Kenny and Mark said.
All right.
It goes back to what you said. It's everything hidden in plain sight. As Kenny said, fear. And
fear
is money.
Is a
so
massive motivator.
You hit on something that we'll take just a little sidetrack right quick. But what happened under the Obama administration? What law was passed? The Safety and Food Act.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Okay, remember that?
All right,
remember that?
Okay.
What did that seek to do? It sought to kill open air markets, farmers markets, and backyard gardens.
Wet markets.
Now then, well, no, just
open air markets.
Open air markets, farmers markets,
farmers market like we have down here.
Yeah. And so it said this is not safe. This is not safe. We have to control this. We can't have people selling produce that we don't know is safe.
Right.
People been eating that produce for 6,000 years, so that don't wash. But why did they want you to quit raising your own food? Because what are you dependent on when you don't raise your own food?
Other people to raise your food.
And what happens when you can't go to Food Giant
or Walmart?
Yeah.
So
or Kroger or wherever. What happens when you can't just go grab what you need to eat?
So let me ask you this. So talking about food, so who's altering the food if you're not growing it? Let's go deeper than that. Like,
well, I mean, it's just
no. We're just going Fauci.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It goes along with that.
Yeah, it does.
It causes fear, and that's what I was.
Fear
That's what I was.
right.
And somebody like me all of a sudden runs to the store and buys 30 pounds of frozen chicken, and because they're scared that the whole family's going to starve.
Anthony Fauci, I just can't get over the whole Anthony Fauci wife thing.
Yeah. So
that is if that's not in plain sight, man, I don't know what is.
There are a lot of politicians that are married, and they're either their husbands or wives. They don't have the same name,
right?
But they're all networked out into the government doing different things, and nobody knows that they're working with them. There's a lot of them
because
like
you
this.
don't connect that dot because it's not the same name. If her name were Fauci, you'd be like, wait a minute, is that his wife, sister, whatever?
And she's in the same department that he's involved with.
She approves.
She's actually approves what he's right now. Oh my!
He says remdesivir is the best treatment.
This is the type
for COVID in the hospital, and she says remdesivir approval for COVID treatment.
Let me ask you this: so,
and you know why they wouldn't let them use ivermectin?
Right? Why?
For that, because it would be off-label use, and it has to be approved for off-label use.
Right.
Even if it's effective,
right,
it has to be approved for off-label use because that's not what it was developed for.
Plus, it's already established. It'd been established for a long time.
And they can't make any money.
Right.
Because it was so cheap.
And another thing that you think about.
Why didn't they just give it away for free?
Right. And not only that, like after the COVID, you remember all these doctors were coming
up bought them.
On social media, and all the doctors on social media were coming up saying that they did have a cure. This was but it was a very simple ingredient.
Yes.
I mean, it was something that was used every day, and we never heard anything about it. But they swore this
when it first came out.
They were called coots.
Hey, look at Joe Rogan. I mean, he was blasted for it
when it first came out.
Oh, he's taking horse dewormer. And they trounced on him.
Bad.
But it worked.
Bad. But you know what? He's clear. He's clean.
That's what I did.
Oh, a horse dewormer. Yeah. A lot of people do that.
Yeah. Go tractor supply.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I do know. I don't know enough about it to do it, and we'll tell the listeners. We're not advising them to go out and do it, but at the same time, that's what's going on.
Getting back to the conspiracy of this whole thing, you had the media. You had Jimmy Kimmel, and you had the guys from CBS. They kept pushing, the government's narrative. They kept pushing, and they kept labeling anybody that said anything different as crackpots.
So, and what did they say about the people who would not get the vaccine? That's where I was going with the food business.
What would they say about them?
Oh, it was
I know.
literally like the Jews in Nazi Germany.
You're un-American
if you didn't take that vaccine.
Unvaccinated.
If you did not take the vaccine, you did not care about
they went
fellow man.
They went as far as firing
You were
people.
a Trump
They were losing
supporter.
their jobs.
You were,
It went in a lot of different directions.
You were old.
But I mean, it's you can all you have to do is look back to World War II, and the situation in Germany, and they pointed their finger at one group of people,
right,
and said, "You are the enemy. You're the demon. You're the reason. You're the reason."
Classic psychology. If you can get everybody, you can't get everybody to agree on everything, but you can get a lot of people to agree on who to hate.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Anti-vaxxers,
especially if they just are looking for a reason.
Yes, anti-vaxxers. That brings everybody together. And if I remember because the social media was full of it. These these First Amendment auditors, they'd all, anti-vaxxer, bootlicker. If you support the police and didn't get a vaccine, you're a bootlicker, anti-vaxxer, mega worm. You were you were ostracized.
You were
outcasted,
right?
That's the word.
And in reality, you were really truly helping
Dr.
yourself.
Tony Rogers said, let me get this straight. Anti-vaxxers were the most demonized people on earth. The only people it was acceptable to discriminate against.
Yep.
Censored, fired, blacklisted.
Yep.
Anti-vaxxers were stripped of basic human rights.
I had to quit my job. I had to retire.
Right. I know a lot of people lost their
8 months
jobs
before I wanted to, because
bless your heart.
Yeah, I was just.
I mean, you worked a long time to run into this. That's horrible.
Yeah, and I did it because if I hadn't, there was a good possibility that I would be put out of the military, and if depending on the conditions I were put out under, I could lose all of my veterans.
Boy, that's a typical troll factor. We're gonna you want to take a break?
We're gonna go to break. I just want to say this one last thing before we go to break. If you didn't get the vaccine, you were bad.
As students return to school, Haywood County Schools reminds everyone to watch for flashing school zone lights. Slow down, stay off your phone, and be prepared to stop for buses, crossing guards, and children crossing the street. Every safe choice behind the wheel helps protect our students. This school year, let's all do our part to keep school zones safe. Go Tomcats!
Need more space in your place. Call JP 772-0453 and make more room for your family. 772-0453 Brownsville Mini Warehouses.
Check out availability and prices at BrownsvilleMiniWarehouses.com.
Here's a thought. Do you have enough life insurance to protect your family from financial hardships in case of your untimely death? Lee Berry State Farm Insurance is committed to not only meeting customers' needs, but exceeding them. Lee Berry knows there is not just one policy that is right for everyone, so he will advise you on the right plan that is right for you and your family. Hi, I'm Abby Berry. Come see my dad, Lee Berry, for all your insurance needs. Just like he takes great care of me, he'll take great care of you. Stop by his office on 1014 East Main or call 772-6600.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When driving in rural areas, Lavoy Castlaw and the Able Insurance Agency says pay close attention to those big yellow buses in your area. They'll be making frequent stops, and you'll need to wait at least 20 feet behind the bus. Children will be getting on and off, and let's keep the kids safe this school year. This safety message from Lavoy Castlaw and the Able Insurance Agency.
This program discusses speculative topics, alternative theories, and unverified claims. It is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion and critical thinking are strongly encouraged.
Now he's going to get fish from the government.
Government fish, wow.
Why not?
And full of vitamins and minerals that a growing boy
It's
needs.
full of something.
A real good fish.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we're wrapping things up. Mickey, you had a real good suggestion about where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here, guys? What do y'all think? I mean, he's in court. Rand Paul looked into his investigation, brought him back to court. A lot of stuff is being. Is any more evidence going to come out?
Well,
with this by him pleading the fifth, or is it going to be swept under the rug? What do you think?
He's been held in contempt of Congress, which is legit.
Right.
But I mean, he wouldn't. He took the fifth, even when they asked him what color his tie was. Literally, they asked him, and he
off of this high.
And just like I told you a minute ago, the reason he did that is because if he answers any questions at all,
Right.
he has to answer every question that they ask.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
my question,
I didn't know that.
my question is, who is he protecting?
He's protecting himself for one.
That's
for
the
one.
main
But
thing.
he's protecting
First and
somebody
foremost,
else.
that is
Well,
his.
not only that, I think he's protecting
His wife.
a bunch of people.
His wife.
And his wife is one of them.
And his daughter.
I mean,
and the money.
what are you going to do? You're going to protect your family over
I think
anything.
it goes higher up than that. He's
absolutely.
Somebody
Absolutely.
above him, and it's like if you spill the beans, it's
Yeah, you're gone. Whatever.
And Mr.
Yeah.
Car Crash.
Gonna have those. Yeah,
and trust me when I tell you that
some brake issues.
if you press the right button, you can motivate somebody to.
Do you think
stay quiet.
Rand Paul is going to stay on it? Do you think that
He's been on it for years.
Do you think that they're going to after this hearing? Do you think they're going to press the issue, or are they
Oh,
just
he's
gonna,
absolutely
or are they going
gonna
to sweep it under the rug?
Absolutely, he's going to press it.
Well, it all depends on the midterms.
Well, and also you got the election coming up too.
I think
so
if the Democrats win and sweep the midterms, it's going to get dropped. It's going to get dropped. And as a matter of fact, they'll go from Fauci to trying to impeach the president for his last
Again,
3 years.
yeah.
And which costs us a whole bunch of money and it's worth nothing. Yeah. Might as well just blow the money out of a bear's butt. Yeah. I mean, it's
That's a good way to put it.
and he's got and let's not forget, they're all working together to fool us. Because if that 1%, as Judge Lowry used to say, if the working bees find out, there's going to be trouble.
Well, and interestingly enough, that's the way communism takes hold.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Now, let's look at this. First off, the communism we grew up with was run by men that didn't want to share the power, and that's why that failed. It didn't because look at all the communist regimes. You got one person in charge, and he's oppressive to the government. He's oppressive with his, he's oppressive to his people. And I'm not advocating communism. I'm just saying that the reason why communism could take over this country because it's not the communism we grew up watching as kids. It's not it's not, check a vehicle's pulling up in the middle of the night. It's not rounding up a whole bunch of people and putting them in No, it is a slow.
It's a lot more subtle than that.
Well,
very
it's a
slow.
lot more subtle.
Very slow.
Slow, and next thing you know, you wake up.
bam.
Nikita Khrushchev said when he was the Soviet premier,
Right.
we will conquer the United States without firing a shot because we will capture the minds of your children.
Here's the thing you got to remember.
He said that in the 50s.
Those the people that do this, they think long term, not 20 years. They think 100, 150, 200 years out.
Right. They're way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the game. Yeah.
Way ahead.
And that's how they'll take over. I mean,
It used to be that the communists took over by force of arms. It's not
right.
that way anymore.
And that's what we're thinking, you see. And that's what a lot of people, when they think communism, they think in socialism, they think, jackboots, long military parades.
Right.
No, that's not how it's going to come here. And I say,
It can't.
and
yet.
I say what we need to do is embrace it, put a capitalistic twist to it, and let's start being,
You know where it starts, don't you?
I mean, let's start being hard on
where
our
it starts.
people.
So we're kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Schools.
So it's
Because they have
already
to grow up and they have to have their way of
Well,
thinking.
they see they got rid of Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
So what classes?
Scouts?
What classes of people do you have in the Soviet Union?
What
How many
classes?
classes of people? How many
Maybe
classes of
one?
people?
Well, first of all, it's not the Soviet Union.
Two?
anymore. It's Russia,
Well,
but anyway,
I'm going back
Right,
to my
right.
race.
Yeah, yeah.
I looked at them through the fence.
Right,
I know
right.
what real
Yeah.
communism looks like.
Right. So the communism we're used to, the communism we're seeing now is totally different, right, Mark?
Well, it's not different. It just looks different.
It looks different.
Right.
So there's a different
My
approach
point-
to it.
My point
Exactly.
is,
It's the same
two,
communism.
There's two classes in a communist country:
Right.
the working class and the ruling class.
Well, is that what we got here? 1%?
Okay. No. In the 1950s, the United States, and I think we still do, had the largest working middle class in the world.
Yeah.
The wealthiest
Yeah.
middle class in the world. What happened to it?
It's gone.
It's not gone.
No, but it's shrunk.
But it has shrunk.
Yes.
And why is that?
40
Because of socialist programs. All right.
There you go.
Let everybody know. Like our Facebook page. Invite others. Make suggestions and comments.
Turn that music up so we can hear it. There, yeah. Now this sounds good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So Mark, tell us where they can hear the special signal again one more time.
Where can they hear it?
Yeah, where they can hear it. Because next week you guys have got a 2-year show, 2-hour thing coming
We'll
on.
be on next Wednesday. We'll have the Haywood County School Board, but we'll be on Saturday the 22nd.
Yeah.
22nd.
And we're just going to go free ball.
Free ball.
So coming up.